Sampler by Madam Alexander. It's fitting. Practice sponsored by Toyota because the Toyotas are fast. Sammy Smith on top. John Hunter Nemechek is second, and their third teammate, Myatt Snyder, driving the 19 this weekend. He'll make a few starts in that car this year. He is sixth right now. As we look at one of our favorite drivers, the Canadian, the 36 of Alex Labbe.
I talked about that fun race here in Daytona last summer. Jeremy Clements coming home with the win. Alex with a top 10 finish. He just impresses us week in and week out with him just getting more out of his equipment, his car than you expect at times. And he's always a factor to be up front.
It was, I think, 2 or 3 years ago here. We had a big cycle of green flag pit stops, and he and Mario Goslin decided to stay out. And he led a number of laps through a cycle of pit stops in this race. It was fun to watch him have that success, spend some time out front at this place as we check out the 4 Chevrolets from Junior Motorsports working in the draft. And the one car we haven't seen in practice so far, the one of Sam Mayer.
You know, this was their plan. We saw 4 cars go out, make single car runs, check out their travels, as I said, make sure everything feels good to the driver, and then they go out and get in a pack to do a little bit of drafting. It'll be interesting to me to see what kind of speed they can put on the board compared to the Toyotas of Joe Gibbs Racing, because the Toyotas were catching a group when they put up those big times. See how fast these 4 cars can be all alone. I don't think there's enough energy there in that pack to really be able to put up the fastest time. And if they do that, I think we got to keep our eyes peeled on these 4 cars particularly, because there just isn't the right situation for them to be the fastest.
Allgaier second in line here. In that last lap, apparently he was the one pulling up because he jumped up to 8th. And if I'm looking at that right, he's the best of this group right now, as far as being on the scoreboard.
Yeah, Jones, Mayer, and Berry are 11, 12, 13. I really like, as a driver, playing around with the air, letting my car fade back some, seeing how it pulls up. Also enjoy leading to see what kind of feel my car has out front.
And now Josh Berry, the best from Junior Motorsports. He's 4th. Sam Mayer in the 1/7 on the scoring pylon.
Just watch that accordion effect where we don't have to, like, if there's a wreck, it'll be like, you'll know, it'll be checking up, stop, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, just that on, just let you know that they're bumper to bumper ahead. And if you're gaining, you know you can't shove that guy in front of you real hard because it'll wreck the guy in front of him.
Yeah, those are all the things you got to consume while you're out there at 180 miles an hour that you're going to hear tomorrow repeatedly. Just letting the driver be aware of the situation and what might be said in case something goes wrong. Pretty impressed with Josh Berry. I talked about not the right exact situation to be the fastest. He's only about a 10th off of those Gibbs cars. So we knew these 4 cars would be factors when we go racing tomorrow, and they're proving it right now.
I mentioned earlier, Junior Motorsports has won here 7 times. 7 different drivers have taken this group to victory lane, but none of these 4 have won at Daytona. So we could make it 8 for 8 tomorrow, and I would say, you know, all 4 are going to have a real opportunity when the green flag goes in the air just after 5 o'clock. Here's the 39. Joe Graff Jr. driving for the Sieg operation this year. Now, normally Ryan Sieg drives the 39, but of course you want to make sure everybody gets in the field. So the best way to make that happen was to put Joe Graff Jr. in the 39 that has some points from last year. This weekend, Ryan Sieg will be in the 38, and then they'll flip it back next weekend in Fontana, California.
A lot of studying went into that, Adam. A lot of math and science decided to make that swap.
The Junior Motorsports car is getting faster and faster. Brandon Jones now leads the way.